Hello, welcome back. Last time I had a little bit of trouble with the target practice puzzle, but was pretty satisfied by the end result. Avalon City events calendar. Meet, share, explore. Currents? Central Hub, Room D, every third Friday. What amazing science or technology are you working on here in Avalon City? Currents is a place for everyone to present their research projects and programs with an eye toward encouraging cross-disciplinary inspiration and cooperation. Feeling stuck? Someone with experience in a wildly different field than from yours may provide just the inspiration you need. The Avalon Lounge. Gregorian North Ballroom. Weekly on Thursdays. What happens when you build a brand new city in the middle of the sea? Everyone is new! The Avalon Lounge is a weekly low-key gathering for employee citizens to meet each other and make connections, be they professional, social, or romantic. The music is kept low so everyone can enjoy the conversation. The City on the Sea, photography by Dr. Enzo Capretti. Ennis Theater Foyer. Most of you know him as Avalon City's indomitable operations chief, but Dr. Capretti is also an accomplished photographer whose work has been exhibited in galleries across Italy and the world. These images, documenting the construction of Avalon City from its first platform to the glittering metropolis it is today, offer an insider's view of President Sun Haotian's audacious plan, and the daring feats of engineering that make it a reality. The Art of Proteins, Yan Library, first floor. Proteins make the fundamental processes of life possible, yet they can also be used in other surprising ways. Presented by the Avalon City Biology team, this group exhibition is a playful exploration of the ways proteins can become fashion, sculpture, and even interactive games. Bring a jacket and some of the installations involve fluid. Okay. Hey son. When we talk about the future, are we speculating or are we predicting? The distinction isn't always so clear. Statistical methods appear to introduce some precision into this imprecise art, but often fail to question fundamental assumptions that later prove to be untrue. Despite the sensationalist title, Against Prediction by Richard Kendall Fay is an important argument in this vein. We should not be trying to predict the future, we should be inventing it. With many revolutionary technologies developed here in Avalon City already, not to mention even more radically world-altering projects in the works, we are the clearest demonstration yet that a statistical approach to prediction is simply unworkable. The future is not a continuation of any trend line. It cannot be found inside any normal distribution. The future is an outlier. All right then. Harvest time. Right, yeah, she works on foods and stuff. It's hard to believe, but our first full-size kelp beds are almost ready for harvesting and processing. Derek's been working on the mechanics of the harvester, so we're at a good place now to start designing the control system. We're close to the culmination of the Ocean's Bounty program. Soon we'll be feeding the entire population of Avalon City with a delicious cornucopia of foods we've created entirely on our own. I'm really excited! Lisa Zamora, PhD at Bounty program, Avalon City. Alright, here we go. Kelp harvesting robot. Radio RX, Motor X and Motor I. Simple outputs connected to... Okay, right, so we're working on this thing again. Harvest a simple output connected to kelp harvesting apparatus. Okay. The harvester begins at grid location 00, right, Motor X, Motor Y, so two-dimensional grid, like the cargo storage thingy, but in 2 dimensions. If at least one unharvested location remains, move toward the oldest location, activating the harvest signal when the harvester is over any location. Hasn't told me what the radio's for yet. Setting Motor X or Motor Y to 100 for one-time unit will move the harvester in the plus X or plus Y direction respectively. 50 is neutral, 0 moves negative, sure. Since the harvester can move in both the X and Y axis simultaneously, diagonal moves should be made whenever possible to take the shortest path. Sure. The harvester will never receive a command to harvest its starting location. Okay. There will never be more than 6 pending harvest locations. Locations to harvest are received over the radio as XY coordinates. Okay, I missed that line. So, when not -999, read that packet and the next one, and that's an XY location. Keep track of my own location, move the shortest path toward that, then tell it to harvest. But there's a queue here. Yeah, this can queue up multiple commands, right? Okay, so obviously this is going to be head of queue on one side, tail of queue on the other side. Sure. As in, like, one address pointer for the head, one for the tail. 7 4 9 4 8 5 7 6. Nothing. Okay, so 9 by 9. Motor X. Alright, so we're moving to 7 4. So that's X for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units. And hang on, one. I can't see the checkerboard under this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, you harvest as soon as it arrives. Don't wait at all, of course. And actually just keep moving. Harvest while moving to the next place. Because yeah, you're then going to 9 4 to harvest. And you have 8 5 7 6. We're doing diagonal, continual harvesting. Okay. So right, this robot works very fast. It doesn't have to pause to harvest. Alright, I see what it wants. Got it. So 3 simple outputs. One can be DX300'd. Great. Okay. This is ambitious, but I'm going to start with one of these and see how far I can get, and then one of those for the output. Sure, just like speculative wiring here could look something like this. Okay, obviously this will be inadequate, but I'm going to start with that and see where I get. So, move X0 ACK, tech, ACK 9. Wait is spelled with an I. I can already tell I'm gonna have to replace that thing. Hold on, actually no, you don't even need the address line. Okay, what's the number of... There will never be more than 6 pending harvest locations. Perfect. If it was 8 or more, then I couldn't store X and Y separately here. And, yeah, anyway. An annoyance. This is going to have to read a value to see if there's something to harvest. Oh, another annoyance. 0 is valid. Alright, I have some ideas about how to fix both of those problems, but I won't yet. Actually, yeah, I got a real good idea about this. It would involve getting this out, which is, oh, I don't want to transfer over the radio. Would it care? Hold on, if I transfer data over the radio, it'll probably just not even notice. Alright, so there's a thing I want to do. I want to communicate the head of the queue from here to here. And, yeah, you'll wait for that to be doing its thing. Move X3, X1. A possible problem with this is that the radio TX will actually just eat the X-bus message before this gets a chance to take it, so I can just do that to solve... Well, not quite. Alright, fine. I'll just move this. Sure. I can reclaim space if I need to. I can reclaim a little bit right now, I guess. Sure, might as well. Sure, I like my wires to be as visible as they can be. I don't know where my, where I'm going to have to go to get extra space for stuff. Won't know what the shortage is until it actually comes up. I suspect you're going to be a lot more complicated than will fit into just this, because you'll have to remember your location, among other things. Yeah, okay. This, I think, can fit in just the one 4000X, but you're going to need a lot more. So move x3, x1. Alright, so write your address pointer to this buffer. You're going to put that in dat. That's where the head of the coordinate queue is. And the right address pointer is where the tail is. Sure. So if the tail is short of the head, then the tail moves toward the head for that tick. Otherwise, it stands still and does nothing. But it does need to be communicated every tick because of the whole XBus thing. So that's fine. Where you can't, Okay, so this is actually incredibly simple. Move ACK, X2, move X0, X2, and you're done. Yeah, so just see if there's a message. If there is, write it and move the head of the queue. If there isn't, do nothing. And then just communicate where the head of the queue is every tick so that you always know. All right, looks good. So, so you always know where the head is on the current tick. TEQ dat x1. So you'll do nothing if that's true. That's fine. Okay, so now, what do you do with that data now that you have it? Problem. I've run myself out of pins already. Well, you won't be talking directly to this. I need another motor controller. How's that going to work? It's not impossible you will also be able to be 4000X if you're just doing... Oh, actually, Okay, so what am I actually doing here? What I probably want to do... Yeah, alright, so here's what I'm imagining. I move... Right, okay, Oh, yeah, that's interesting. Getting a bunch of thoughts here. I'm getting the idea of how... Wait, hang on. Okay, so I have X-bus problems if I do. I had the idea of having one motor X controller and one motor Y controller. Both would just sit in a loop and receive a value, compare it to their current location, move the motor as appropriate, and return whether or not they were at that location already. Although, it's a little more complicated than that. Is it? Yes. No. Yes. Yes, it is, because, okay, now the motor controllers need to return to 50 when they're not... Okay, so they receive a message every tick. Maybe I just have one motor controller. Okay, now hang on. So, what am I doing? So you're writing data, you're parsing data, someone else is using the data that was parsed. So let's parse data. Move x0 to somebody. I guess that's going to be x2. Alright, so I'm going to ditch this. And someone else will take over that. And if I'm ditching that, then I'm ditching this. Okay, so that's what that ends up looking like. X2 connects to something. Here, X0. Alright, thanks, X0. That's not right. You don't get to sleep, I think. Okay, so I connect to X2. You get a coordinate, you get another coordinate. Are you going to be able to store two coordinates? No. No, I think I do need two separate... oh dear, do I need an I/O expander here? Yeah, so here's the thing. I need to be able to both store my current location, which is probably in the DAT, and also do some operations on it. So no, it really wants to be an ACK. Okay, let me try this. Let's go bottom up for a moment and write something that would be like a motor controller. Oh, fine. Here, just pretend like that. No, you can't SLX. Oh, but without a DAT, then I'm gonna have to repeat that every time you need to know about it. Okay, so let's do this the easy way. Okay, so ACK is your current motor location. So this returns, it gives a return value of 1. I am already at that location. Otherwise... actually, you can sleep when you're doing nothing, right? Oh, hang on, how do you go to... okay. If you're already at the location, then you want to move 50 to P1. Okay, just stay there, tell it I'm staying there, and wait. There we go. Okay, so that's how it works. Alright, so otherwise, oh, actually, I can do this. TCP .ACK. TCP.ACK. Yeah, this makes sense. Minus move 0 P1. Yeah, so your destination is less than current. You move 0 to the motor. You move... Ugh, okay, so I can do better than this. Tech.ACK, then TCP.ACK. 1, X1, move 15. Yeah, this just makes more sense. Okay, so if I'm already at my intended location, then I tell this to hold still, I say I'm already there, and I wait. Otherwise, I check whether I'm greater or less. Minus means move 0 P1 and sub 1. Plus means move 100 P1 and add 1. Okay, and I think that is a motor controller. Oh good, 3 blank lines, not well, no, it would take 5 to minimize this. And also this is using a DAT register. Okay, I think this is a good pattern. I like this. So having a motor controller, someone else will harvest if both of these return true from their motor subroutines. Well, look at this annoying little cutout. That means I can't compact that way. Fine. And yeah, because you're using both registers for that stuff, I really do need 2 of you. The harvest can go somewhere else. Yeah, your X0 is going to talk to somebody. I'm going to compact all this stuff over here, of course. That will need to be done. Yeah, so these are probably done. Independent motor controllers. They're just going to have to connect to somebody. Okay, so you have the connections to that. I do definitely need the 100p14 here in the thing. Wait, what was your X1? Your X1 was that. Okay, I can change that. I know the pin's not connected. Don't worry about it. I'd prefer this. Okay, great. Of course, you cannot connect like that, which is real annoying. Because your X pins are laid out the way they are, alright. I'm still saving space by doing this. Yeah, I think that more or less makes sense. I see all this wasted space up here and it bothers me, but I guess it's fine. Okay, but I got plenty of space to put this interface in here. Alright, so, write the coordinates. What do you do? How many X bus lines do you have? 1. Yeah, that's the problem. You need an I/O expander, I guess. How annoying. Unless there's some way I could... There's not. You definitely need direct address control. Oh, hang on. Alright, fine. So let's just put a little I/O expander in here. All you're really gonna do is... alternate messages. So when you receive one message, you split it out to x3 and x2, then add those return values back to here. Oh, check it out. I can do actually better than that. I'll go ahead and just put together the return value for that. Alright, so if I get 2 back, I'm at my destination and I want to activate the harvest. If I'm not at that amount... Oh wait, is this my only intermediate that I need here? It might be. Well, that'd be cool. Okay, so this connected to X0. X3 is going to go up here. X2 is going to go here, and you're going to sneak through there. Like that. Okay. I think that's reasonably plausible. I could also go through here, well, yeah, if you don't use X0 and use X1, it's... no, that would connect. Never mind. It's fine, as it is. Okay, so move X0, X2, move X0, X2. Split that output. Yeah, so you just get that every time and return a value. Move X2... Oh, actually, tech X2 too. If I am at my destination, then then I move 100 to P1, otherwise I move 0 to P1. Yes, this will happen before... Right, so harvest idle, this code path will execute before I get the tail catching up to the head. So that's fine, I don't have to worry about that case. Now, what about address management? Address management, right, so I need a whole bunch in the minus case here. What am I doing with ACK? Nothing? Okay, great. Move x1 ACK, sub 2, move ACK x1. Okay, well that was simple. Is it possible I have a complete program already? I don't know, let's run it and see what it does. Part not sleeping, naturally. So you got nothing because why? Because you didn't tell it anything. That's fine, right, I can SLX, that's right. Because you don't need to do anything on ticks where nothing is happening. Who not sleep? Move x3, x1. What? No? I disagree completely. What does that even mean? Oh, right, my pin layout changed. Okay, right. It means nothing. So what you want to do is move x1 to ACK, your incoming message. Tech ACK 999, jump wait. Move ACK to X. Yeah, this is gibberish. Move ACK to... Okay, right, so the coordinate goes to the data line, so that's x0. And then you move the second coordinate, x1 to x0. And then unconditionally, you move the address, x2, to this dude, x3. Okay, that looks better. And your pins didn't change too much, right? So x0 is... Yeah, they did. Okay, so you're now communicating on x3 with this thing. It's just the one bit of data, and it is every tick. Tick dat x1 plus jump wait, sleep 1, move x0, data x2, expander, x0, x2, tech x2, 2, move 100, p1. Oh, that's fine, because this only happens if you have just newly arrived at your destination. And by not subtracting from the address, I move on to the next one. I think I agree with how all this works. So wait for a message, split it, initial to 0, here, and just do that because it starts at 0 and I can, you know, return value of this, return value of this, send it back. That's for the 2. Okay, looks right to me. Okay, sure. Initialize motor. Great. Okay, part not sleeping, blocked on read, blocked on read. So you wrote nothing... Why? Okay, so 7 goes into the thing, 4 goes into the thing, address goes out to you, address is 2, yes, and dat does not... Oh, dat! Yes, dat is... Right, sorry, I got confused. Dat is the value I just read, not something I'm trying to keep here for address. Address is kept there. Okay, so read the 2 bits of data. 7 goes there. 7 goes here, right? Okay, so let me just watch what this does. E is the key. Move x0 dat. Okay, you get a 7. Tech dat ac. It is not. So TCP dat ac. Dat is more, so you move 100 to P1. Yes, I agree. And you add 1. Yes, I agree. And you sleep 1. Oh, and you did not return a value, of course. Well, look how nicely this fits. I used every line exactly, as long as this is the last thing I was missing. Otherwise, I'm in trouble. Okay, it moved. And now it'll stop. Right, okay, so those are all coming up. Motor Y should stop moving. Okay, it did. So this should harvest now. This is an interesting tick, so I'm going to step through it slowly. E key. Yeah, so... Q head is there. Since I'm just doing equal tail to head, I should have no problems when wraparound happens. Move x0, x2. Right, okay, so 7 comes out here, that stuff comes out there, these do a whole lot of work. I got a 1. Someone was not at this destination? Ah, right, that's fine. 1 is okay. No, this is wrong. One of them moved, one of them did not. But it's not supposed to return whether it moved or not. It's supposed to... So this isn't going to work. This will not harvest. The move 100 P1 didn't happen. Will it harvest 1 tick too late? So it didn't harvest there. It still hasn't moved its read pointer. Will it harvest 1 tick too late? Now the motor has come there and is now resting. 2. Yeah, okay. So it's good, it's just 1 tick too late. Oh, and this is suspicious. Okay, I might actually have some logic problems with my motor control here. And also because this goes idle if it's... Well, no. The motor control would be correct if I was sending the next number there. It's just that I'm not harvesting early enough. I think harvesting early enough might fix all my problems. So those would both go to 50 because they're being fed the same coordinate. If I feed them the new coordinate, it'll be good. Okay, so what happened? Why did I get... The question to answer here is why was this a 1 when it should have been a 2? So it's the X. So motor X is the one that's not all the way at its thing. Oh. I think I want to do these in the opposite order, maybe? Because, yeah, I want to return based on... Wait, no. Shoot. How is this? I definitely need to do this comparison after I have done the TCP add thing. How will that work? Okay, so this is weird. So I need to return the value of where I'm going to be after I've slept 1 more. I guess that works fine. Yeah, this affects nothing of what's going on here. I guess what I do is just this. What about that jump weight? Hold on. Ah, no, okay, so there's no jump weight. It's just I move one. Okay, yeah. Okay, this, I think this works. Okay, let's look at this. So start with 50 in the motor. Wait for a message. Tell the motor, update the number, and then see if I'm at the destination. If I am, I return true. If I'm not, I return false. Then I sleep, and then, if I'm at my destination, I stop the motor. I guess that's right. Yeah, because there are no jump weights. In fact, I can delete this. Okay, sure. That seems plausible to me. Okay, so we should get 2 back, right? You had 1, tech.ack it is, return 1, so you get the 2, so you harvest. Okay, great. So that tick was correct. Now the next tick, so here's where things get interesting. You've changed your thing. Is it? No, I mean, everything is, yeah, motor goes back to that. This will get overwritten because this is the same tick. Ooh, I have a Sleep 1 and an SLX X0 here. That's fine. Is it? I guess so. It seems weird, though. So I guess... Ew. I don't like this, but I think it works. It'll save me a line. And save me a, you know, the power cost of executing that line. That's fine. Okay, sure. So yeah, I'm gonna step through this just to see. Do I? I'm gonna trust. Yeah, looks good. Yeah, looks good. Yeah, looks good. Okay, I did it. I went through my logic correctly. Look at that little thing sweeping up those, uh-oh. Hey! A problem occurred here. That's fascinating. This is test case how many? Tests run 2 out of... Okay, so second page. So I have a subtle bug that is not exercised by the first test case. So what happens? Head is here, tail is there. Okay, so just inspecting the state of this and figuring out what it's supposed to do is a little tricky. So we get a negative 999. Nothing's happening there, so I just tell you what the address is. Address is 10, your address is 4. So okay, what's supposed to happen is motor X is idle, motor Y is moving this way, and harvest is happening. Okay, why doesn't that happen? X0, X2. So right. Your current location is 5, you're moving this way. So you get a 5. Alright, gonna have to watch a couple of things at once. So 5 and 8. Return 1. That sounds correct to me. Move and return... Wait, what? 5, 6. 5, 8. 5, 7. Huh? from the state of my numbers here and from what I'm seeing there, it seems like you're supposed to move up and toward 8. Like, did I not add to my tail address at the right time? That's what it looks like, because this is supposed to be going toward 5-7. This will get to 7. It got to 7, but it's going toward 8 instead. So the problem seems to be with my address management here. Because yeah, you returned 0, so you're not going to harvest. So, okay, let's break point a couple before that. Why did this go wrong? Okay, right, so I can advance. You went there, sure. Alright, so 5-8. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, I'm not supposed to harvest in the order I got the things? I have to take the shortest path if there's a closer one. What? Okay, I wrote a fully correct program for a spec that's slightly different than the spec I got. No! Oh. Activate the harvest signal when the harvester is over any location. Alright, so this right here. Any. Alright, so I do move toward the oldest location, but this wants to sweep up the harvest if it just happens to pass over one. That's the case that I need to handle that I don't. Ew. Alright, I'm making a decision here. Probably just deleted about 40 minutes of footage doing basically nothing, just determining that the problem in front of me is very hard. I wrote a cool program here. It does something that's not quite matching the spec. The distance between this and what the spec actually says is surprisingly large. And this board's already semi-full, like there's some room to put stuff, but wire routing turned out to be a complete nightmare here. And the actual action I need to do to be able to harvest something that's queued that is not the current target, I don't know, it's pretty complicated. I might need to do a pretty significant redesign here. I kind of know what needs to happen, but I don't know how to do it. So, this will be the first puzzle that doesn't get done in one day. Maybe that's a healthier way to do this than spending however many hours it takes to get this done in one unit. This was an attempt to do... No, this was an attempt to do something that really went nowhere. I changed my wire routing. It didn't really work out. I couldn't get the physical space to work. I had trouble planning out what I wanted to do, and I had trouble executing anything that I thought I wanted to try doing. So, like, I have 3 different levels of problem here, and this is kind of huge. Okay, so I solved a puzzle that doesn't exist. And I'm happy with my solution, but it's not the puzzle that I need to solve here. Alright, so I'll see you next time to do second half of this, I guess.